wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? This country would grind to a halt and no a thing would grow if it wasn't for the workers in their wellies. Wellies, they're wonderful, oh wellies, they're swell. If it wasn't for your wellies.
Down here, just the parlour's finished now. Just to say, that black stuff on the walls is holes in the paint and the concrete, so it may look like dirt, but it's not. So that's just, I had to come in and say that quickly. Anyway, and then that fucking mossy stuff just won't come off. You can see it's a little bit worse over that side, over there. See a little bit. Most of it, anyway, off. Everything is nice and clean. More of that mossy stuff on the ground. Mum has some spray for me to put onto or something like that. So power washer's finished up. I'm going to give the tractor a quick rinse there, and then I'll get the parlour hose and just wash away some of that excess stuff all along there. But besides that, she's looking good. The pit is probably the worst for all that mossy stuff. It's very hard to get off. Power washer, like that extremely powerful power washer, it's not able to get any of it off. It's just like ingrained into it. But anyway, yeah, everything's looking good and tidy and clean. Now I have to say, see the way this is dirty? I didn't do this side. This bit was done. That gate, see, that was this side. This from to about 10 units down was not done by me. That was done by Dad. That's why that's a bit dirtier. Over there, though, on that side, see the way that's nice and clean. That's because I did that.
Last cow that calved is lame on her front foot. Another lady that's far side of there, black cow. Just let them into the maternity ward here because it's the only shed now that we have silage. I wasn't going to put an extra stuff down below. Bit of comfort for the two girls for tonight. The rest of the cows are gone out. We have an orange status warning, but it's not raining particularly heavy. It might get a bit heavier later on. But they're on a very far silage field. They've been given double their allocation of grass. It's an extremely sheltered field, so everything should be fine. Saturday morning, the 19th of April, just going 10 to 6. We're up here at the far end of the farm with an orange rain warning, or orange status rain warning for Wicklow last night. Brief glance at the gauge coming out this morning. There's probably about 20 mil in it. I think I emptied it yesterday morning or maybe the evening before. I think the east of the county might have got a lot more rain than we've had. Cows ain't too bothered. I thought to be all at the gate, wondering where the hell Joe is, get us in out of this madness. Spilling rain at 3 o'clock. There's content cows that are here in the quad now and they're slowly starting to make their way in. Good stuff. As you can see, ground conditions have deteriorated significantly in the last few days, just around the gaps where the cows are coming out. They were grazing over the very far end of this silage field now at the top of the farm. They finished there last night. I gave them the whole end of the field. The graze out isn't fantastic, but it's going to be stopped up for silage, closed off for silage next week, so not particularly worried. But just where there's constant movement of cows, that's what's got really mucky in the last few days. So while the cow train is moving in very, very slow, I said I'd zip across the road here and make sure that the maiden heifers are 100%. And there they all are. There's Whalen, good lad Whalen, all tucked in underneath the ditch. Nice and sheltered, where they're meant to be. Happy days.
Moving the cows across the very busy main road, so everyone is getting their jobs. I'm in the car getting ready for my job. There are the kids over there. There's 2 laneways to be blocked. Or Oscar will come behind the cows, Joe will lead them, and Fionn will go down to the bend and stop the cars at that end, and I'm stopping the cars up this end.
Hello, it is Oscar O'Neill here. It is currently 8:30 on a Saturday before Easter Sunday, and all we're doing is just moving the cows across the road. My all-encompassing genius decided that white trousers would be the perfect thing to wear to a farm, and that was obviously a mistake.
Here come the girls. That round roof shed is the old milking parlour, and it was a loft on top for that's where the nuts were blown into, and they came down into the parlour through chutes into the parlour then when they were being milked. There's Joe getting ready to ring me now. Tell me when to stop the cars.
Fiona's up there stopping traffic. Cows coming across. Marna's over there with Ellen. Sive and Oscar are following them up. Here comes Sive and Oscar, the last couple.
Hello, it is Oscar O'Neill. I'm just here to say that it is Honey's birthday today. Yes, Honey was born on April 19th, 2020. She is now 5 years old.
20 mil. Yikes.
Fiona Ever, the clubman, was the Easter bunny at the GA Easter party this morning. Now the second part of the job, walk them back over after milking. It is 3:48 p.m. Fiona's down stopping the cars at that bend. I'm up here, Simon's on the road, Myrna's blocking the lane, and Oscar is in the quad, rounding them all out in the field.
Saturday the 19th of April, we're getting the cows across the road in the evening time. It's like 4 o'clock or something. My side of the road is clear, the other side not so much.
Sorry, I'm just here with this cow. She's one of the cows calved 4 or 5 days ago now. She had that cracking white flexy heifer calf over there. Very much off form when she came in to the parlour this evening, coming down out of the field across the road. Very worried about her, so I rang the vet, and he's just out there now, and she has E. coli mastitis. Second case of the year. She's a lot livelier than our other cow that had it there a month ago. Her temperature is elevated, so she's in that grey area between having a high fever type temperature and being toxic from the E. coli. So she's after getting a multitude of antibiotics into her vein, after giving her mastitis tubes. So going to get the rest of the cows finished, or finished milking, but get the cows out of the way, and she's going to go over to the isolation box and keep her in, keep her warm, and see how she goes. Fingers crossed. Well, that's a very good sign. I have our sick E. coli cow in here in the maternity ward with Honey and the last cow to calve, and she's up, tucking into silage. Delighted. Easter Sunday morning, the 20th of April. Just about 5 to 6. Cows here at the top of the football field, ready to come in. Lots of bulling activity. Everyone seems to be in good form. Happy days. Easter Sunday morning here in West Wicklow. It's been a very kind night overnight, dry night, which is good after the large amounts of rain we've had in the last few days, or since the middle of the week there. We needed the rain, like a lot, most, well I won't say most, like some farms. Yeah, we've got lots of it, upwards of 40 mil I dare say since Wednesday. Yeah, so expecting a good bounce on grass now. As you can see it just driving around. Got our paddocks that were grazed, that were kind of sitting there, are starting to green and drive on a little bit, so that's fantastic. We should hopefully get a really good bounce on grass now. So where are we? Status on farm. We currently have one cow left to calve. Watching her during the night there, thought she was going to go. She's leaking a little bit of milk there since yesterday. Hopefully birth is imminent today, maybe this evening. So that would be super. Get her done and dusted and out of the road. Then we'll have all our dairy cows calved with only honey left to go. Cows are currently on top of the football field. We have about a third of our second round left to graze. We have grazed all our silage ground for the second time. Down at the bottom of the football field, there's a couple of paddocks down there. We're going to stop up for silage. So when we get them grazed by Monday or Tuesday, we'll have all our silage ground grazed twice, and we will go out with fertiliser and stock it up. We should have enough quality and bulk in it by the last week in May, first week in June. Totally weather dependent. Cow production, cows are pumping. We are on 25.5 litres of milk. Solids are off the charts. We are currently on 4.33 butterfat and 3.71 protein, which is super. We normally wouldn't hit that until the middle of June. So why is that happening? Extra bit of meal and the beat, just that extra energy is there. People might ask why we don't feed beat all the time. It purely comes down to economics. Beet is very, very good value this year, or was very, very good value this winter. We bought some this spring and the cows are responding fantastically. With our current setup now that we just have our own owned land here to work off and we don't have the farm anymore, it's possibly something that we're going to keep going in the future, and we'll have a higher allowance for how much money we can spend on it. But anyway, we're seeing the proofs in the pudding. This spring, the beet is just giving them that baseline of energy. I had a video of them coming in there this morning. Bags are bursting. We seem to have topped out on our litres, about 25.5 or so. There's obviously cows in the herd that are producing more than that. We're milk recording now on the 28th, so we'll know exactly what some ladies are given. But it's the solids. We paid in the solids, so that's fantastic. 3.71 is crazy protein. Cell count is 141 or 142,000, which is really, really good. Delighted with that. Might spike a little bit now in the next collection with that E. coli cow last night. She would have been milked into the tank yesterday morning. She is okay there this morning. I got her out of the maternity ward, was going to let her in with the cows because I thought she was sitting down looking happy in herself, but she's still quite weak looking. So she's currently in the feed passage over there now, eating a small bit of silage. Keep her in for the day and we'll get our antibiotics into her again. Just keep the TLC into her and keep minding her. She should be okay, I'm hopeful. Yeah, so there we are. We're getting close to the start of breeding. Cows are bulling strong. They're flying milk. Grass is starting to grow. Super kind morning this morning. You know, for this time in April, I know I have the woolly hat on, but there was just a nice kindness there this morning. The birds were letting us know. Woo, we survived the rain. Happy Easter. Don't eat too many eggs. Lent is over for a lot of people in our house. Oscar will be horse and sausages into himself. He was often for Lent. Myrna will be back on the hot chocolate. She'll be having breakfast. Yeah, so drive it on. This is one of our first lactation heifers, 24-21. She's a cracking, solid red, tiger striped heifer. Absolutely in love with her. Unfortunately, her teats, as you can see, are destroyed with warts. When they dry out, it's extremely hard to milk her. So what I've been doing once a day in the morning, she gets a liberal application of Chino's Junction. It's a old-fashioned dairy ointment that has been around since the dawn of time. I have a new can there. I'll be able to tell you the ingredients if people want to know. It softens up the udder fantastically and softens up them warts and keeps them going. That we're able to milk her out. Not sure what the long-term plan is, but they'll start dropping off in time, I hope. And there it is with the ointment applied. She's getting used to it now. And we have lift off on the last cow that's calving. Last dairy cow. Beat out. Whoop whoop. There we have it. Calving 2025 for the dairy cows is done. Oh, so happy. Blackfeet bull calf. Left the cow to it. She spat him out on her own there. Bolus the cow, colostrum the calf. Family breakfast now in my mum's house. Oh lads, happy Easter Sunday.
I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Checking the maiden heifers. Doing a lot of giving out. The grass on the menu isn't to their liking. But they'll be fine. It's our Wago heifer born last year. Obviously not dehorned, so that's the job now for a couple of weeks. Get them horns off her. In good form, we'll have water. Eat the grass and stop giving out.
You might remember this Blackfeet heifer from last week. Joe wasn't able to get her to tea train. I came down and got her on, and now he can't get her to suck on the automatic feeder, so I'm going to give her a go as well. I'm standing behind the calf. I think that might be the difference this time. And it is, what time is it? 2 o'clock. So she's normally getting fed in the morning time, and I've left her to make sure she was good and hungry, and she's sucking good out. So hopefully now she definitely associates here with feeding, and we will have no bother anymore. So, what are you going to do with your calf, Star? Calf from last year. We can't keep her. She can't go into calf. She's so underweight. Like, she's a runt.
She's the ugliest calf.
She's what?
She's so no, because she's white with black random patches, and then she has a weird orange and black mohawk. Even Dad says she's ugly.
This is a calf Joe was training on this morning, but only drank like a half of its feed, so I'm just trying to get him back on. Sometimes when you just pet their face and things, they stay on. It's just all about teat training onto a different teat. This is a Blackfeet bull, I think. The Blackfeets are enormous. They're absolutely fabulous looking.
Meredith is having a time on the gate. Meredith, wave. The little black one over there.
Oh,
Oh, hello. Hello. Am I your favourite? Myrna, pop quiz. How old's Rosie?
10.
Yep.
1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep dance.
Oh my god.
7.
Oh, my babies.
Sheep, counting sheep.
Going up to wash these buckets and that bucket and then the grey feeder that Myrna brought us up.
I'm busy here working while the girls are playing. Come on, let's get to work.
No.
Come on, Mommy.
I'll stop you 2 seconds later.
Oh crap, I do have a stopwatch.
Practice and hang chuff. I only got 10 seconds. Myrna got a full minute. And now Cy was going to give it a go. Explain to me why your helmet is not closed. Come on. Now you're after beating everyone.
Treating a very distressed cow. She was down in the collecting yard after milking. I rang the vet. She was on the way out to a Calving call, so getting 2 bottles of magnesium under the skin on one side of the rib cage and going in with a bottle of calcium on the other side. She stood up when I went up to her in the crush or in the collecting yard, seemed okay. Got her in here now, but she's kicking a lot herself. All the signs of grass tetany. Wet night last night, they had lots of grass, they had their buffer feed, they had plenty of meal, but still shows you how cows are susceptible. So it's the second time she's after lying down in the crush. We'll get the other bottle into her now and hopefully she'll be right.
As it would happen, I had just sent Joe a post the evening before from Hazel Mullins, the vet, on Instagram, warning that it's grass tetany weather. It happened so quickly. You can see the cow standing here, and within 1 minute she's down with tremors. She's kicking there against her stomach. She's obviously having stomach spasms. Exactly 2 minutes after the episode begins, Joe notices her from down in the pit and comes out, immediately calls the vet, and he told you what happens there. Grass tetany is a metabolic disorder caused by deficiency of magnesium in the cow's blood, so time is of the essence when it comes to treating grass tetany. If you don't catch it early enough, the animal will endure a rapid death. One of those stories you go out and you find a cow dead in the field with no previous symptoms the days before.
This is our cow that was down in the collecting yard. She's going out there. Really agitated still. Hoping that the magnesium and the calcium will work its way through her system.
This is our only second ever case of grass tetany.
Check her down a few hours. The E. coli cow has gone out there as well. Looking a lot brighter this morning. Got her another round of antibiotics. Last cow to calve. Gave her another bolus this morning. She's going out there now for the first time today. We'll keep her in again this evening. The black and white cow there looking at us. She was a bit unsteady on her feet this morning when she came in, so she's calved 7 or 8 days now. So gave her a bottle of calcium under the skin and another bolus. She's milking quite a lot, so we'll keep her in this evening. And these are the last few cows. Bank holiday Monday morning. Drive it on. So sick cows when they go out, how do they react? So unsurprisingly, our lady that had suspected tetany is lying down straight away, but she's nibbling at the grass in front of her, so that's positive. She's kicking at her belly a lot. We'll have to consult with the vet again later on about that. We zoom across there, then you see them 3 white cows. Where's my finger going? Hold my finger. The first of them is our E. coli cow, so head down, grazing, happy days. And then this is our lady that had, I think, subclinical milk fever this morning. Taking her time, just getting mouthfuls of grass and eating them slowly, so again, positive. And then on in here, finger, there we go, just over that black cow that's walking is our fresh calf cow, so she's making friends and getting grass into her. So yeah, we'll come back in a few hours and see how they're going. These are some of the heaviest covers that we've grazed all year. There's about 1400 kilograms per hectare on them. When Fionn measured it last Monday, was it last Monday? Yeah, so today is the following week, so there's probably 16 or 1700 on them now. The good heavy covers. Cows are loving them, so standing, not a whole lot of walking and getting loads of mouthfuls. The end of the football field is a little bit lighter. We'll get that clipped off now, and the plan is to stop that up with the rest of the silage ground. So Honey's left in the maternity ward on her own, going letting her out the field with the maiden heifers now. She can acclimatise back to grass. She's calved that grass for the last couple of years, so we'll get her out here now. She plays a little bit of ball. Come on, Honey. Go on, Honey, go girl. Up you go. Up you go. Up you go, girl, yeah. Go on. Up you go, Mama. Come on, up you go. Good cow. Go on. Go on. Go on, guys. Go on. Shh. Giving the maidens and a few cool cows. Just giving them a bit of meal for a few days while it's wet to get their next break of grazing set up for them. Go easy, Honey. Keeping them tip top before breeding starts. 2 mighty helpers out this evening putting up the fence. Marna and Rosie. Dream work making the teamwork. Teamwork making the dream work. It's been a long day. Hard work this farm and crack. You going training? You're going to get an Easter egg. Myrna's currently fueling for training. Myrna's milking apprenticeship on the go this evening. That panda to teach brain now, so she is. So Calving finished yesterday. Whoop whoop. Just a quick review, recap on our calving figures and percentages and stuff. It's a key performance indicator that spring calving dairy herds, you know, there's standards there that you try and meet to help your overall profitability. We had 143 cows in calf after we sold in calf heifers. First cow aborted that calf there in January when we were on holidays, so we were down to 142. Now she's still milking in the herd, so that's fine, happy days. We weren't due to start calving until the 5th of February, 6th of February. And we had that lady that went 3 weeks early and had an aborted dead calf on the 1st of February. So, been overly critical on ourselves. We take it that our calving started on the 1st of February and we had our first live calf on the 6th of February. So, our 6-week calving rate, which is a vitally important figure, you want it over 80%. We hit 90% last year. 90% of our cows calved in 6 weeks. We were down to 81% this year. Even if we allowed for starting from the first live calf, we were at 85%. Just putting that down to the cows that we sold, in calf heifers that we sold, they would have been calving around that mix early in the first 6 weeks and would have bumped our figures up. So that's just the way that is. We will be striving to get back to 90% next year. Won't be selling any more in calf heifers. Once you hit that 90%, you want to keep hitting it. We take everything on a 5-year average here, or 3 to 5 year average here, so we have been consistently over 80%, 81% for the last a very, very long time. So we hit 90% for the first time last year, so we're getting back there next year, come hell or high water. Yeah, so 142 cows calved then, and we have 137 milking now. So we had 3 cows that died, 3 cows that heavily calved in with no milk, and 2 other cows that their udders went wrong the day or 2 after calving, just mastitis, low swinging bags, and they're on the cull list. So them 3 ladies have to go. We have 137 milking, which includes that lady that aborted back in January. The plan was to milk 140, so we'll see if we can source 3 cows handy and local possibly to fill the row. We'll try and do that, but it's not a major priority. We'll just see how it goes. Calving from that 1st of February when the first cow threw that calf till yesterday was 10 weeks and 3 days. Sorry, from the first live calf to yesterday was 10 weeks and 3 days, or 11 weeks if you count them back from that first cow that calved on the 1st of February. 9-week breeding season, that's what you want, get them all out of the way. We done that last year, 9 weeks breeding, and we calved everything down in exactly 10 weeks. So we will be sticking with that plan. Breeding starts on the 3rd of May, fingers crossed. So we will be working hard to make sure that we get a submission rate in the first 3 weeks of over 90%, keeping cows cycling and keeping fed, and see how we go. We'll do a more in-depth review on cow health and the issues that we've had through calving in the next week or so. We obviously, you have seen in the video, we have tetany and some, you know, E. coli mastitis issues is still ongoing. So until we probably hit the first week in breeding and things probably calm down a little bit, maybe we'll do a root and branch review of all of that and see how we go.
Just to add, calf health went very well, is going very well. As documented, shown in earlier videos, we've only had 1 calf death. We just came down and she was dead from bloat. Fingers crossed that continues.
Drive it on.